Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Road to Glory. We are back with Tier 1, and we are at the Championship finale. We are at the last race of Season 1 with Tier 1. All the Championship positions will be decided tonight, so we're going to have a fantastic race. We are in the Netherlands. We're at the circuit Zandvoort. Not been raced yet, or not been raced since it's been relayed in the new format with the new F1 cars in real life. However, we get to race here in the game, and what a track it is. Difficult to overtake, however, in this game it is quite a lot easier to make a few overtakes than it is in real life, so we're going to get a cracking race this evening. Looks like it's going to be dry. We have got Benjamin already tuning in tonight. Hello Benjamin, how are you this evening? I hope you're looking forward to this race tonight. Good luck. We have 14 drivers by the looks of it turned up. We've got quite a bit. Let's have a check in with the driver standings though before we go anywhere. Let me get it up. Right, so leading the way as he has right from the beginning so far, we have Jacob Penny Jim Bob in the Alfa Romeo. He is currently leading the standings on 124 points. He started off supremely strong early stages, faltered a little bit in a few races, but was consistently picking up points and never lost that lead. And last week he had a very good result, stretched it out a little bit more coming into this final round, so he'll be looking to secure that. The only person in contention for taking over the championship lead anyway tonight is going to be Ben Smith. Bumper car Ben in the Red Bull. He's on 104 points, as I will get some data up on the screen for you all while I'm reading this out. Yeah, he's got 104 points. He is 20 points behind Jim Bob, so he's going to have to get on the podium if he wants to dethrone Jim Bob this evening. Remember, we do have a point for fastest lap if you finish in the top 10, so that could play a little bit of a part. In third place, we have Mark Atkinson. We have Aki 1, 2, 3, 4 in the Racing Point on 98 points. And then we have Orsat behind 94 points. Mark Ince 75 points. Dale Rawlinson behind 63 points. Jason 60 points. Russell 45. Tom T2 the B2 27. Benjamin on 26, and I won't go down the whole grid, but we've got some incredibly close battles up and down the grid really when it comes to it. We have a Mercedes off in the middle of the sector one. I think they're just slowing down. That looked like Bottomer in the gravel, pulling out of the way of people. So far, let's see who has set a lap. Let's get right into the action in qualifying. Daz Blade in the McLaren, 110.667, currently sitting on provisional pole. Orsat in the Ferrari, what a great lap by Orsat, 110.7. Then we're looking back a fair way to the other McLaren and Markins at 111.383. However, he set that lap on medium tyres, so he's looking pretty good so far, looking very strong. Russ is in fifth in the Mercedes as we watch Russ here, 111.4 on the softs. Aki, who's currently on a cool down lap, 111.5. Just Benny 112.0, but on the mediums so far, is that just Benny? I think, yeah, just Benny just improved, got 8 tenths quicker, and that's put him up to 4th place, 111.2. So what a lap as Jim Bob goes quick, as we missed that one, 110.5, and that's on medium tyres, so that is some seriously quick pace by the Alfa Romeo driver. He is looking to round out this championship in style. He's looking to claim the victory in not only this race but the championship, but I'm sure he's going to be thinking about championship points more. It's Daz Blade currently in second that has the least to lose, so will he do a Max Verstappen and dive up the inside at the first corner if they start like this? That'll be interesting, but let's watch Bumper Car Ben currently second in the standings in the Red Bull as he's doing his lap. He's gone out on medium tyres as well, so a lot of guys thinking mediums might be the way forward Only 4 people yet to sell a lap. Of those, only Jason is sat in the pits. All the other 3 are on out laps currently. We're watching Bumper Car Ben. He is on the out lap. Let's see who else. ARG slots into 9th place, 111.6. That's a good lap by him. But let's ride on board with Bumper Car Ben, currently sitting 2nd in the championship, looking to take the lead off Jim Bob. He really wants Jim Bob to DNF ideally. But let's go into turn 1, braking very late, around 75 yards. Very long hairpin right, but it's quite quick. Maybe drop it down 2nd gear, but into 3rd. Then a quick flick to the right-hand side, and then straight away on the brakes for another hairpin left, quite open and wide. Really bad camber coming out of it. You want to get on the power as early as possible, and then what is basically a straight, as much of a straight as you're going to get on this track, into a very fast right-hander. Drop it down 1 gear, maybe 2 if you're not confident, and then another fast right, another gear, drop down, and then this is the difficult corner to get. You've got to go down a few gears into about 3rd or 4th, and your front tyres are screaming at this point. The temperature is through the roof, and then through another hairpin, open hairpin left. Short DRS run into this quick little chicane right, and then into the left, which turns into a hairpin, just goes on forever. A little bit more slow speed stuff, the slowest corner on the track I believe, and then medium speed right hander, and then onto this famous banked right hander leading onto the start finish straight. Nice and easy flat in the dry, difficult to do in the wet. Where does that put Bumper Car Ben? A 110.981. That puts him in 4th place on medium, so not a bad lap by him indeed. Who else have we got out there on laps? Let's see. Chuckle Brothers has gone into 5th place on softs, 110.985. That's a good lap by the Haas driver. We've got the top 3 all currently in the pits as things stand. Just Benet's on an out lap, so's Mark Ince. Let's see who else. Quite a few people just choosing to sit in the pits at this moment in time. Benjamin has invalidated his lap, so he's going to go over the line and try again. It was a 112.1, so that would have been enough to jump him ahead of Bottomer as things stand. Through into this bank left-hander. What a beautiful corner. The trick is to get... You almost want to go deep into there and then get the slow apex speed and then get on the power as early as you possibly can, because otherwise you lose an awful lot of time leading down that next straight. And then through the middle sector, like I said, your front tyre temperatures will be screaming for mercy at this point. They go very, very hot, red hot through that sector. So watch out for that during the race. You will progressively get worse, get more and more understeer as your tyre temperatures creep up. And I think that's why a lot of people are choosing to go on the medium tyres, because come race day, those softs are just, they're not going to last long. You're going to overheat. Benjamin gets it a little bit out of shape on the 2nd to last corner. It just keeps it within track limits, so he's okay. And across the line he goes. He does set a lap, 112.179, pretty much matches his previous best, but this one is allowed. Let's check. We got Dazblade on an out lap. He's gone out on some softs. What was his, his best, is what he's got fitted now. That's fine. He was on softs on his previous run. So he wants track position. He doesn't mind starting on those softs. He has a bit of traffic up ahead. That is a Ferrari. That would probably be ARG, who's also on an out lap as the McLaren clatters the curbs through there. Bumper Car Ben has improved. He's gone up to 3rd place, 110.7 on the medium, so he'll be happy with that. Well, let's watch with Dazblade. Let's watch from the TV cameras for a lap, see what he can manage up across the line, as we can see. Then braking very late into this hairpin right. Do not touch that curb on the inside. Very easy to spin it. Was a bit like those curves at Hungary. They're absolutely lethal. And then use that bank curve to your advantage to keep the speed going round the hairpin left. All the way up. It might as well be a straight. It's a wiggle right and then left and then right again, but it might as well be a straight. It's completely flat out. And Benjamin's disqualified from the session. What has happened to the Red Bull driver? I'm not entirely sure there. Was that his car? I believe that was his car there. The AI pulling away. That might have put Dazblade off a little bit through there. But let's check what he's looking like on his lap time as he goes into middle sector. He's 0.271 down on his time, so that might well have put him off quite a lot. That's a real shame for him. Let's see, who else have we got? We got Chuckle Brothers on a lap. Let's ride on board with the guys in the Haas. Not using all the track there, but just missed the apex. A bit of a shame through there. He clips that apex nicely on the right hand side, and again not using all the track, but you've got a few different lines that you can actually take through there, but because of those tyre temperatures you want to try and use the track as much as possible, especially come the race. You want to be as smooth with your inputs through there as possible. He has gone purple in the middle sector, getting a bit of understeer through the slow speed corners, so his setup isn't quite tuned with the slow speed corners as well as it is the high speed corners by the looks of things. Obviously downforce is a difficult one to balance on this track because overtaking is so difficult, so you want to run low downforce to actually get the opportunity when it comes to it if you need to. But he improves a 110.703, and that is good enough for third position. We got Russ in the Mercedes, currently sat in 7th place. He's come across the line. Let's see what he can manage. He goes 110.751. He goes into 6th place. That is an incredibly close grid when you look at it, especially from 1st down to 6th place is only really split by sort of a tenth and a half, 2 tenths nearly. That is very, very close indeed. Interesting to see. We have our championship leader Jim Bob currently come out on the softs. I must say that does surprise me. Why he is out on softs? Maybe he wants to start in the softs. Maybe the mediums was just maybe the mediums was just to get himself in the groove, perhaps, as he gets himself out of the way of the racing point. That would be Mr. GFX Lad. Let's watch with Mr. GFX Lad as he goes purple in sector 2 as he finishes his lap, see what he can manage. Currently sat down in 13th place on a 125.5, so he must have had a mistake on that lap. Let's see what he can manage. Down across the line, what is it going to be? It's going to be first 109.907, first driver into the 109s, and that is probably why Jim Bob has come back out. He wants to cover off Jason. He wants that pole position. So let's watch with your championship leader currently. Can he be crowned the first champion of Road to Glory with Tier 1? You'll have to wait and see. It's a long race. Qualifying will set the grid for the start of the race, but anything can happen after that. And it usually does, in the words of Murray Walker. Through the middle sector, using a bit of curb. He's turning in quite early to that right-hander, I must admit, compared to when I drive it. But I'm not saying I'm right and he's wrong. It could well be the other way around. Maybe he is quicker than me. I haven't raced here, so I'm not going to judge him too much. But he is half a second up already on his time with the medium. So he just needs to gain another 10th in this last sector on his previous best, which should be easy enough to do. Compared to those mediums, and he should get that pole position back. Let's see what he can manage, running right up against the wall on the bank exit. The bank curves in, he goes quickest 109.493. What a lap by the Alfa Romeo driver. That is some fantastic pace right there. I'm sure he is very, very pleased with that. We don't have many drivers out on circuit right now. We got Bottomer out there doing a lap. We got Aki out there doing a lap. Let's watch with Aki. He's not using his DRS, so I presume he's 15 seconds down. He's not doing a lap at this point. And he gets out the way of Bottomer in the Alpha Tauri. Very nicely indeed. Through the second and last corner. Now the last corner. What a fun corner this is. Although it's easy flat in these conditions, it's still fun to drive nonetheless. Can Bottomer improve it? He doesn't, only just goes a little bit slower. But let's watch with Aki, see whether he can manage any better. He's gone back out on the medium tyres. That's an interesting call. So he did a run on softs, and now he's gone back out on mediums. We've only got 2.5 minutes remaining on the clock, as we see a lot of people now coming out 4 out laps. This is where it's going to start getting busy. Through the fast right-hander, down a couple of gears and back up one. Yeah, not placing the car all the way over to the left, not utilising the maximum width of the track, but getting on the power nice and early. Difficult to get set a lap using mediums. They just haven't quite got as much grip as those softs. Just take a little bit of curb on the right. He just misses it, unfortunately. And they get on the power, loses the back end a little bit coming out of that slow speed section. Through the right-hander, don't go all the way over that white line, otherwise you will invalidate, but use as much of it as you possibly can. DRS wide open, and he's abandoned that lap. He is not happy with that whatsoever. Let's see what Just Benny can manage. Let's keep an eye on those lap times for everyone else as we start to get towards the end of qualifying here with Road to Glory Tier 1. I'm getting very excited for this race. This is super close in qualifying. Jim Bob is running away with it with a mega lap at the front, but behind that, as we see Chuckle Brothers jump up into 3rd place. What a great lap by them, 1:10.413. Really coming into their own, looking for another podium this evening. That's a fantastic lap. But behind that is so close down through the field. It really is. It normally is a close battle in Tier 1, as we see Bottomer off on the gravel quite a bit. There we go, it's an interesting one. Let's see, Dazblade's on a lap as he passes Bottomer there, and he's kicking the dust up in that middle sector. Let's see, Orsat's now got himself on a lap. Let's ride on board with drivers as they come up across the line as much as we can. We'll try and keep an eye on it. Dazblade has retired. He has crashed out. He's given up. I'm not sure. His car's still driving around, so he's given up. ARG crosses the line. Cannot improve. 17 seconds on the clock remaining. Who else have we got? Jason goes across the line. Does he improve? No, he doesn't. I think he's going onto a lap now to start his first flying lap. Jim Bob is... he's gone back out again, but he's not going to get to the flag in time, unfortunately. So that's a shame for the Alfa Romeo driver, but he's currently looking very confident indeed in that first spot, that P1 spot on the grid. Let's see Russ in the Mercedes as he comes down across the line. No, he doesn't. He's pulled into the pits, so he's given up on that. Bumper car Ben also pulls across the pits. Anyone going to finish a lap for me to commentate on, please, guys? As Markins, yes, he's going to cross the line. He does improve up to 4th, 110.3 for Dan. So does GT Ord. Also 110.2. Great lap in the end. Let's see who else we got. Just Benny goes across the line, but it was a bit slower, but he had invalidated anyway. Who will be next to cross the line on their lap? I think it's going to be Jason left. I think he's the only driver left that can improve. What can he manage? Up across the line he goes. It's a 109.437. That is pole position for Jason in the Racing Point. What a fantastic lap. Pulled it out the bag right at the dying seconds of the session. And he has just pipped Jim Bob to pole. 109.437 compared to a 109.493. That is incredibly close. So there you have it. What a session that was. Very exciting indeed. Jason takes pole position for the final round of Road to Glory Tier 1. Jim Bob will be starting in 2nd place. Bumper Car Ben will start in 3rd. So that's the ones to watch out for. Jim Bob and Bumper Car Ben, they'll be battling it out. If the race finished as we start, then Jim Bob would be your new Tier 1 championship winner. But as we know, things don't always end quite how they start. We have Orsat in a fantastic 4th place for Ferrari. He's looking very racy indeed. Is he going to take advantage of the championship protagonists squabbling amongst themselves to get himself a podium. I'm sure he's going to be hoping to do so. And we have Markins in the McLaren, always there come qualifying, in 5th place, not far behind Orsat either. Chuckle Brothers demoted to 6th come the checkered flag. Dazblade, the other McLaren, 7th. Russ in 8th. DJ Lawson 9th. Just Ben 10th. ARG 11th. Aki in 12th. Bottomer in 13th. And Benjamin rounding out the grid in 14th after getting disqualified. So there we have it. Only one driver finishing a lap in the top 10 on medium tyres. That was just Benny. So everyone else in the top 10 will be starting on soft. So we're going to have just Benny in the Renault in 10th place starting on mediums. What will everyone choose outside the top 10? We're yet to see, as they're all choosing their strategies now. We can see them all lined up on the right hand side. Got to choose what tyres you start on if you're outside the top 10 and how much fuel you want to start the race on for all the drivers. Do you underfuel? Do you overfuel? This track is I think you can probably get away with underfueling or running a small amount of fuel because there's not masses of straights. However, it is very difficult to recharge your battery, recharge your ERS, because there's no major braking zones really, only the start finish straight and into turn 1. So it's very easy to use a lot of battery and have it run out. So I think battery management is going to play a big role in a few positions this evening. Looks like it's going to be a dry race. It's always got the risk of rain come Netherlands race, but 5 lights. And away we go. We are racing for the final round of Road to Glory Tier 1. Jason has got a nice start into the lead. He goes. The 2 Mercedes are going side by side further back. I think one of them has come worse off. There's a Red Bull lounging at the back. Trost trying to stay out of trouble. There's a Ferrari and a Red Bull going side by side as Orsat goes up the inside of Bumper Car Ben. That could be crucial in the championship. What a move by the Ferrari driver. We've got a few side by side battles further back. There's a front wheel end plate of a Ferrari by the looks of it, of ARG going flying in the background. He is struggling for grip. Aki is on the grass and he's round and he's in the wall and he is out. Aki has retired from the session already. What a shame. Is that going to bring out a safety car? I don't think it is. I think we got away with it, as we'll check back with the leaders. There's a Mercedes getting it all wrong, bouncing off the curb back there as well. Lots more yellow flags coming in. They are all squabbling. I am not sure what is going on. It is all happening back here. Chuckle Brothers is having a look at the back of Markins. Wow, what an opening lap that was. ARG has lost quite a lot of his front wing, by the looks of it. It is the end plate, so he's going to be struggling for grip further back, but it is all holding stations further up the order. Jason is closely followed by Jim Bob. Bumper Car Ben has made a move back past Orsat up the inside, but Orsat's going to hold it round the outside and keep the position. So another lap goes by. Bumper Car Ben will not be liking the look of the back of Orsat, as we've got, is that Just Benny who's round? Just Benny is round at the first corner on those mediums. Not had a good second lap. Has he got any damage? I don't think he does, so I'm sure he'll be happy with that. But we got quite a few battles. We got the McLarens 1 and 2 running behind Chuckle Brothers, looking pretty good. So I think Chuckle Brothers has managed to get past Markins somewhere along the line, while his teammate of Dazblade is going very wide in the background there, taking out a brake marker board, but I believe no damage. As you can see, yeah, no damage, so he's looking pretty good. Russ is looking pretty menacing behind ARG as well. I don't think ARG's actually pitted. I think he's hanging it out without the front wing damage, so fair play to him. Bumper Car Ben is still all over the back of Orsat, so let's ride on board with these guys as they go over the start finish straight. Now, where can he make a move? DRS is enabled now this lap. As Mark is just dropping me a message. I think he would like to join. Let's bear with me, guys. Well, hopefully we won't miss anything major. We'll quickly invite him to a party chat and see whether Racing Point driver. I'll send him a quick invite now for you. As we wait for the PlayStation to load, that is the invite done. We will go back to racing. Let's see what we have got. We have got a safety car by the looks of it. What has happened? We have missed it. It is Benjamin has DNF'd out of this session. Looks like it's in Sector 3. Hello, Mark. How are you? No, that was a pretty big impact. That was with the wall. Oh dear, well you have Benjamin now joining you in the DNF list. He is out and we've got the virtual safety car, so let's see what that brings. Yeah, we saw ARG lost his front wing a little bit and was all over the track. I certainly did. That's not what you want on the opening lap. I'm sure you're absolutely gutted. Felt terrible for you, mate. Yeah, it's easily done around here. It's such a fast circuit. You get one wheel onto the grass or anything and you're off. I mean, the walls aren't right next to the edge of the track like, say, Monaco or Baku, but they ain't far off. No worries. Well, thank you very much for joining us. It certainly is. There is a lot going on and down, up and down the field. We've got a lot of battles going on. Yeah, Chuckle Brothers was behind Mark Ince, managed to make a move, but he just hasn't been able to drop him since. No, and Bumper Car Ben has managed to get past Orsat for that final spot on the podium, and that is all important in the championship battle. Though at the moment he's behind Jim Bob, so it's looking pretty dire for Bumper Car Ben. As we watch, we got Russell and ARG going side by side. Russell is making a move up the inside of ARG. That looks like a fairly straightforward move indeed. ARG hanging it out with his wing damage. Let's go back with these guys. Chuckle Brothers, Mark Ince and Dazblade, the two McLarens squabbling. Looks like Chuckle Brothers has pulled a little bit of a gap over the McLarens. Listen. He certainly is. It looks he hasn't got much battery left at all. Neither does Mark Ince, though. Yeah, he's going to try and get the run on his teammate. No team orders down at McLaren going on here. Yeah, it's not the best track for overtaking here. I certainly think in real life it's going to be nearly impossible. As just Benny goes fastest lap of the Grand Prix, 1:14.9, so he's trying to make amends for his spin earlier on. They've dropped Chuckle Brothers massively, 1.5 seconds in this lap, so I think Mark Ince is struggling. Well, he certainly is. We haven't really checked in with our leaders very much. They've yeah, they've been... I got Chris saying they can't hear you in the chat. Can't hear Mark. I don't know. I can hear you absolutely fine. I'm gonna just check my settings very quickly. Apologies for this, guys. Make sure that we haven't got the wrong settings at all. Share party audio. Yeah, we got that one on. Make sure. Can you hear him at all, or is it just, can you hear him very quietly? Guys in the chat, if you could let me know, that'd be appreciated. Let's get back to it for a minute. Jason takes fastest lap of the Grand Prix back, 1:13.7. He's not very happy with just Benny nicking it off of him as he stretches his lead out even further. Oh, Daz Blade going very wide through the fast right-hander in the middle sector. Yeah. Have you clicked it to share party audio or anything like that? I'm not sure. I'm not a... Well, I am a technophobe. What is that? That's somebody who doesn't like it, I don't think. I'm not very good with technology myself, so I'm not good with all these settings. Give me it working. I will give you a bit of commentary, but I wouldn't know how to set it up. Let's put it that way. As we... watch with people. I think most gaps have extended out a bit. Dazblade is struggling in the dirty air of his teammate, has dropped back somewhat. We have a yellow flag. That is just Benny, who's gone round once again. That is 2 spins for the Renault driver. Has he got damage? It does look like he has a bit of wing damage as well. There we go. Yeah, Mark is talking, or has just talked. If you cannot hear him, let me know still. If you can hear him, do pop a message in the chat as we watch Just Benny coming in for pit. What's he going to put on? He is going to put on soft tyres. And he's going to be, yep, new front wing, and away he goes. And an awkward pit exit as well around here. I'm not a fan of it whatsoever. It's so narrow and tight. I think I get a feeling in one of my races I'm going to just take my wing out off coming out of the pits. I don't know about you, Mark. That certainly isn't. Let's have a look. Bumper car Ben has been reeling in the Alfa Romeo of Jim Bob up ahead. And he is within a second of him now. This is going to get tasty because this is for the championship. But even if Bumper Car Ben gets ahead of Jim Bob and they finish like that, Jim Bob would still be your champion. But I'm sure Bumper Car Ben will want to get one over on Jim Bob and close the gap if he can at all. And you never know, Jim Bob may end up crashing out, having an issue. Anything can happen in Formula 1, it really can. And what a track for it to happen at. As we see, the gap is getting closer and closer. Only half a second now. Do you reckon he's going to be close enough to make a move come the start-finish straight, Mark? Oh, you just still feeling... No worries at all. I will leave you in peace. Just let me know when you're all good. But let's watch with the Red Bull as he's right behind the Alfa Romeo. Difficult straight to overtake on. They're going around the banked corner now. Overtake is on. He hasn't got very much. Jim Bob has quite a lot of battery actually as well. So he's got a lot to defend with. And the Red Bull is making no inroads as he locks up and goes in a bit deep into turn 1. So he's not going to make it on this occasion. He's still using his overtake button. I suggest... if you're listening, Bumper Car Ben, maybe save your battery for a couple of laps and then make a charge. There we go. If anyone can hear Mark at all, please let me know. If you can't hear him, let me know also. You can't hear yourself? Oh dear. As this is just allowing Jason to run away with the victory. I mean, he was anyway, but he is now 3.3 seconds in the lead of this Grand Prix. Markins is getting back close to Chuckle Brothers. His teammate Dazblade is pitted for medium, so he's not happy on the softs, and I believe that is going to make it a 2-stop race for Dazblade. I think we missed it at the start because there was so much going on. I didn't actually get a chance to talk it through, but I think you can make softs to hards work, but it's all about front tyre temperature around here as well. It's very difficult to keep the front tyre temperature down, so it could be worth doing a 2-stop. So we shall see. It will either be probably a soft, medium, I imagine. Depends what people... Oh, it depends what your tyre management is like as well. Bumper Car Ben is still all over the back of Jim Bob in the lead here. He's right behind the Alfa Romeo as they go through the middle sector now. No overtaking opportunities around here unless Jim Bob makes a mistake. It's not that common to see a Red Bull looking to overtake an Alfa Romeo, but all cars on equal performance as ever. And we got Benjamin putting in the chat, my effing kid grabbed my wheel, trying to climb up me and put me in the wall. So that is what's happened there as I was reading that message. Bumper Car Ben and is having a look round the outside of Jim Bob into the second to last corner. What a fantastic move, and he has got that move made. Wow. What a move that was. Who's got DRS? Does Jim Bob have DRS to come back at him? He certainly does, and he has a lot more battery and flies straight back past the Red Bull and back into second place. What a battle that was. I'm sure they are both wiping sweat off their foreheads after that one. That was very close and great racing by the two of them. As we watch them, I think Bumper Car Ben just needs to save his batteries, using a bit too much battery, and that just allowed Jim Bob to come right back at him. He overtook him a little bit early, and then Jim Bob got the DRS back on him. As we watch Dazblade and ARG going side by side. ARG still hanging it out with that front wing damage as he goes round. And what has happened is that Orsat has spun in the second sector. He is round and has dropped a couple of places. He's dropped behind Markins in the McLaren. Nearly dropped in behind Russell, but I think he's just got going again. But he will drop behind Dazblade as well when he pits, who was also around his teammate in fourth place now. But let's jump back with Dazblade as he is all over the back of Chuckle Brothers. Chuckle Brothers has gone to the hard tyres, so they're looking to make it to the end. Dazblade is on the mediums as he sends it up the inside, does he? Chuckle Brothers gives him just enough room, but he can't make the move there. But look at the amount of grip that McLaren has. He's got so much more grip than the Haas. Be patient, lad, be patient, and then you will have DRS coming down the straight. You don't have much battery. Let's see what Chuckle Brothers doesn't have much battery either. So hopefully with the help of DRS, can he get past? He's getting closer, but as we come into the first corner, he is not close enough. As we see the teammate of the other McLaren coming out of the pits, this is going to be nearly 3 wide coming out of there. But there we go, look at that, he's 2 wide coming into the hairpin left, wow. But Chuckle Brothers has come out on top, and wow, what a move. Dazblade round the outside of Mark Ince. What a fantastic move that was. Great racing once again by all these lads. Didn't really know what was going on there for a lot of that. And are you still there, Mark? Are you still going? No, I don't believe Mark is there. If he can hear me, I cannot hear you. Oh, you are there. No, that's all right. No worries whatsoever. We've just seen Just Benny go for another spin, so that is a total of 3 so far in this race. He's having a bit of a nightmare. So, yeah. No worries at all. I've got nobody else mention anything in the chat, so either they're happy not hearing you or they can hear you now and they're enjoying you. But we have Jason come into the pits. He's gone onto hard tyres. Come back out in 3rd place. So he's looking to go to the end of the Grand Prix. And Jim Bob all over the back of Bumper Car Ben still. Bumper Car Ben hasn't been able to drop Jim Bob at all. I'm sure they're going to be coming in for their pit stops soon. Those soft tyres are going to be pretty much at the end of their life now. I mean, what did your strategy come up with, Mark, at the start of the race? What was... Yeah. And how many laps did they reckon you could go on the softs? About 12. Well, we're on lap 15 now. And Bumper Car Ben and Jim Bob are still going on those softs. As Just Benny is pitting. Again, looks like he's putting on some hard tyres. Jason isn't far behind these guys. It is a fairly sort of short pit stop round here. I'm not sure the exact time, but it doesn't take that long. As we've got Chuckle Brothers, Dazblade and Markins still battling away. Looks like Markins has dropped back just a little bit from his teammate, but he is on the hard tyres. Dazblade on the mediums, being held up by Chuckle Brothers now, surely. Because he needs to get past and make a little bit of headway, because he will definitely have to pit again. Got Bottomer and Russell a bit close, a little bit further back, both on the mediums. Looks like they are both going to go with a 2-stop. Let's check back with our race 1 and 2 as they come around the penultimate corner on lap 15. Are any of them going to pit? Let's watch Bumper Car Ben. Will he come into the pits? No, he won't, and Jim Bob won't either, so they really are stretching out this stint on those softs. Jason is making massive inroads to them. As we're still watching both McLarens attack the Haas of Chuckle Brothers, holding on very nicely indeed. As they're going very, very defensive. Chuckle Brothers down the start-finish straight, hugging the inside line. And then comes back across the racing line when he realises the McLaren isn't close enough to him. Let's ride on board with the McLaren for a little bit. As he looks up the inside, that was a dive and a half by the McLaren of Dazblade, and he has pushed his way through past Chuckle Brothers. They are now side by side going through this middle sector. The Haas driver will have the inside, and there's contact between the two of them, and Chuckle Brothers has come off a lot worse and has now dropped back a little bit, and the other McLaren of Mark Ince has centred up the inside, so Chuckle Brothers is having cars centering it up the inside of him, left, right and centre here. Poor chaps, were holding on so well. And now they have dropped down a couple of positions. I don't think he has to worry about Dazblade too much, because he will have to pit again. But Mark Ince is on the same strategy as him, so I'm sure Chuckle Brothers will be very unhappy at losing those 2 positions. Also isn't that far behind after having problems of his own earlier on. Jim Bob is now in the pits. What has he gone on? He's gone on a set of mediums. So will he be able to go to the end of the race? Jim Bob is now in the pits. What has he gone on? He's gone on a set of mediums. I don't know. What do you think, Mark? You reckon Jim Bob will be able to go to the end of the Grand Prix on those mediums?
On the mediums? How many laps is he on, buddy?
We're on lap 17 out of 36. It's quite a short lap here, but high tyre temperature.
Right, I'm with you, Mark, 'cause I'm on the voice chat. Sorry.
No, that's all good.
Small mishap.
Having good fun?
In the game? No, it's just I've got a new system and it's just not sold properly. It's sorted now.
That's quite alright, buddy.
I don't think he'll make it to the ends on the mediums on a track like this, because it's a lot of tyre wear. There's a lot of degrading going on with the tyres. I'm saying that it might just make them stretch, but it's going to be heck slippy by the end of it, I would believe.
Yeah, it's quite the way he's stretched out those soft tyre stint as long as he can, now only to go on the mediums. Yeah, that was way too long to really go on to go onto a 2-stop. He should have pitted a lot earlier, as Bumper Car Ben now goes in the pits and on mediums as well, so he's doing the same strategy. So they obviously feel like they can go to the end of the Grand Prix, surely.
Just sitting on board with Chuckle Brothers all over the back of Mark Ince's gearbox here, looking for a way past Mark Ince's defending, got his elbows out there.
He certainly is. As we see, Jim Bob has got the undercut done on Bumper Car Ben, so coming in that 1 lap earlier has given him a massive benefit. He's a second and a half ahead of Bumper Car Ben, so that's worked out nicely for him.
We've got Jason sat 9.3 seconds in the lead. That is really good driving.
It really is.
Good driving.
Yeah, he's running away with this. We see Chuckle Brothers pushing Mark Ince along.
Absolutely touching the gearbox on that McLaren.
Absolutely.
Just putting him under so much pressure. These guys have come on leaps and bounds since they joined this league. They've got the new setup. They've got the new wheel. They're making it work, and they've improved a hell of a lot.
They really are. You are very correct there. Very good fair races as well. The ball.
Very clean. And if you're fast on them, they will give you room. They have with me in the past, and I have done to them.
As we see Jason go even quicker again, 112.785.
Nice
Got
job.
Dylan in the chat. We can hear Mark now, so
yeah. Thank you, guys.
Online. Yeah, thank you very much for bearing with us. Jim Bob now goes faster, 112.631.
Chuckle Brothers are coming down this main straight now, and Mark Ince are going in the same position as we were in the last lap. They're no closer than we thought about making the dive and thought better of it.
Yeah, we now have Orsat in behind them.
Yes,
looking
I was just
very...
about to say we've got another guy come and join the party there.
Certainly is. Orsat is on the quicker medium
He
tyres.
is on the medium tyres, yes.
But he surely will have to pit again. There's no way he's going to get them to the end of the Grand Prix. I wouldn't have thought. I mean, I'm sure I'm going to eat my words come the end of the final lap, but...
Got Jason looking very pretty with 4-lap old hards. They're going to the end. Nobody's business. Easily.
It certainly is. We've got a yellow flag in Sector 2. That's Bumper Car Ben in third place. Bumper Car Ben has spun it, and he's going to lose another spot to Dazblade.
Yeah,
by the looks of it, is he going to lose another
Yeah.
spot to Markins? I think he's safe from that. Has he got damage? I can't see. It's giving me an aerial shot at the moment. Oh, he's gone round again.
Oh, he's gone. He
and
must
he's
have
in
now.
the wall.
Or his tyres are so hot.
Yeah, I think his rear tyres are absolutely boiling at this point. He has now lost, presumably, most of his front wing.
Yep.
Oh dear,
It
that
just
is...
makes my life more difficult knowing that I could have got that second spot.
Oh, I know.
Oh God.
It's, but I think, I don't want to speak too early because anything can happen, but I think that surely has decided the championship now. Jim Bob sat up in second place. Bumper
Jim
Car
Bob
Ben.
has definitely got this.
Yeah, it is his to lose. I mean, anything can happen. You just never know. But I think that's pretty much it decided. That could be a championship deciding mistake as he goes on to another set of fresh mediums. Bumper Car Ben. Oh, he has.
Not sure what's going on there.
Bumper Car Ben has retired, so he doesn't agree with me. He doesn't think anything could happen. He decides that he's gone. Yeah, who's that? Is that just Bennett again? It's just Bennett. He's spun again. So he is having a miserable afternoon.
So that was only GT who could take my third place off me now.
It certainly is. As oh, look at that! As Orsat has got past Chuckle Brothers and is now all over the back of the McLaren of Mark Ince.
Yep, on board with that.
Well, let's check in who was behind you. Yeah, Orsat and Mark are behind you in the championship. What are they on?
GT's making the move down the home straight, took the outside. Slight contact there between the McLaren and the Ferrari. Mark Ince.
The Ferrari has come out on top.
Oh yeah, Mark Ince has just got a little bit out of shape. But like you say, GT is on the same lap of old tyres, but mediums.
Looked like Mark Ince was crowding Chuckle Brothers off the track there for a little bit. Chuckle Brothers was going around the outside, and the McLaren didn't leave them much room whatsoever. I think they took to the grass a little bit there.
And now got Jason 10.6 seconds, pulling a gap on Jim Bob on the mediums.
Yeah.
It's absolutely phenomenal driving from that man.
See, I don't want to give too much advice away to everyone else that I'm going to be racing for the rest of the week, but this track, it's not just about tyre wear, it's about the tyre temperature of the front tyres, and the hard tyres are very difficult to heat up.
Like we had in the Japan short, the left front was on fire.
Yeah, it's very similar,
Absolutely,
and therefore I honestly think that the hards are actually probably a better race tyre than the mediums, because after a few laps they'll probably be just as quick.
Yeah, well, you can see it speaks for itself. Jason's still pulling tenths of a second on Jim Bob there. Jim Bob just pulled a good tenths back.
He certainly is, but then he was pulling on him before, so it could just be down to Jason's fantastic speed.
Raw pace is what it is.
Yes, that's the words I'm looking for. But yeah, just looking at the standings, yeah, Mark Ince isn't going to be able to jump you unless he gets a win, which I don't think he's likely to do here. You never know.
No. Like you say, anything can happen, can't it?
It certainly can. So also,
I'd be pretty happy with fourth position in the league, to be honest.
He certainly is. Yeah, Allsat's only 4 points behind you, so as things stand, he will jump you.
Oh, definitely
in the standings, but
half to him as well, definitely.
That's the way things go. Very unfortunate for yourself, but it's never over until it's over, and that's why I say with like Bumper Car Ben retiring in the pit, you could, Orsat might even actually get second place in the championship.
Quite possibly.
I mean, he's
Chuckle
10,
Brothers
10
are looking
points
very
behind.
pacey coming down this straight.
He's 10
Mark
points
Ince
behind.
has made a slight mistake. A slight mistake off Mark Ince, which has give Chuckle Brothers a bit more speed. The closing. Not just ran out of track, unfortunately.
I think it looks to me, I must be honest, Chuckle Brothers seems to be running a bit more downforce than the McLarens, because he seems to be, whether he's ahead or behind, he's a lot quicker for the majority of the lap, but then as soon as it comes to the straight, he just struggles, even with DRS. As we watch ARG coming in the pits.
Lap just bent.
Yeah, ARG is coming in the pits for a fresh set of hard compound tyres, so no doubt they will last till the end of the Grand Prix.
Definitely, but like you said, they're a better tyre for the temperature-wise, aren't they? So he's probably done a good decision there.
It certainly is, as we continue to watch Jason out in front, absolutely running away with it. 11.2 seconds, yeah.
Yep. Beautiful work, beautiful work.
And if my memory serves me correctly, the first race of this season in Tier 1, Jason ran away with the victory then as well. So I believe he is finishing this season where he started. And at the front of the pack.
It only took him a full season to get no time penalties in a race.
Absolutely. Don't say that now. There's still a few laps to go, mate. Mind you, in terms of the corner cutting, there's not really much around it because it's all grass and gravel.
Well, we've got Mark Ince on GT right here. 4th and 5th.
Oh, well spotted, mate. Let's ride on board with Mark Ince and see.
Mark Ince is pushing. Orsat's tyres must be degrading a little bit more than he'd like.
Certainly is, as we go through this middle sector.
If you go down the back as well, Chuckle Brothers just behind those are looking still all over the back of that McLaren. They've been on the back of this McLaren for 5-6 laps now.
I think they've been together for all race pretty much.
Yeah.
They had Dazblade with them for the majority of the first half of this race, but differing tyre strategies, and Dazblade has gone into the distance only a little bit though, only 1.7 seconds down the road on those mediums, and will surely have to pit again.
The Chuckle Brothers are looking very, very neat and tidy.
And they certainly are, and I think neat and tidy and smooth is very key round this track with those tyre temperatures going up, and you've got to get a lot of it is getting on the power very early around this track.
Using all the battery, Chuckle Brothers, all the batteries now used up and spent, but they're still getting all that aerodynamics off of the car in front.
Certainly is, as we something I was alluding to before the Grand Prix is look how close he gets on the exit.
Very close, wasn't it? That's why
so much more grip coming out of there. He's going to have a little look at the inside. Is he going to go there? No, Mark Ince covers it off, but
there's got to be so much trust involved to follow a car that close, because personally there's only few people I trust to ride that close behind. Mark Ince is a fantastic racing driver, and he's very clean. He's not the type of guy to be doing anything silly in front of you either, so the trust there is unbelievable.
Absolutely, you've got to have confidence in your own abilities and the abilities of those around you when it comes to going that close to cars in front. Just Benny has taken a little excursion
too deep
further ahead, and
Section 1's got a yellow flag. Not sure what's happened there, Marcus.
Looked like it was the Merc, the Ferrari and the Racing Point. They were all in that sector where it went yellow. I wasn't sure which one it was.
Jason's got almost a 12-second gap now.
Looking very comfortable out in front. The Haas is getting closer to the McLaren and Mark Ince. He's a lot more confident on the brakes.
Holy smokes, this is oh wow.
He's just got so much more grip.
Touch him. Yeah, definitely.
Can he get a better line coming out of here? Can he get the run on Mark Ince? This seems to be where he's really strong. He just hasn't quite got on the power, I think, early enough through there. But yeah, something I was alluding to before this race started is ERS management, battery management around here is so difficult because there's no big braking zones, and it's very difficult to charge it up.
Even on the qualifying laps I was doing, my ERS had run out before I even finished one lap. It had gone absolutely empty.
Not surprised at all. There's only that big braking zone in turn one really, and then the one we're coming up to now with Chuckle Brothers and Mark Ince. But it's not a massive braking zone. It's only a short braking zone from about sort of 7th down to about 3rd.
Mark Ince is keeping his battery 30%. Chuckle Brothers have got 17%. GT's got 52%, so he's managing his battery very well.
He certainly is.
On board with Jason for a little bit, just to watch him cruise around the track.
And I think this could be a battle for the podium as we see Dazzblade and GT Ord both going in the pits at the same time, both going on soft tyres. This is going to be a very quick stint till the end of the Grand Prix. Let's see how far down the order they go. Russ has come through in the Mercedes, past both of them, and it looks like they're both going to come out a little way behind. So I think realistically they're going to be looking to chase down the Mercedes. I reckon Chuckle Brothers and Mark Ince is just an arse too far.
Yes.
But let's keep an eye. Let's see what their pace is like as we see Chuckle Brothers mounting the cup massively through that middle sector there. And losing out slightly as a result. That's a shame for them. Just being a little bit too aggressive in an effort to try and get past Mark Ince.
GT has gone on his roof. How the heck has his wheel not fallen off that? GT's just on a massive crash. Massive crash. I don't know how his wheels are still on there, Marcus. That was absolutely ridiculous.
Wow.
I don't know what happened. I just clicked to him there and his car was in the air.
That is a very, very fast part of the track.
That was the worst crash of man, and I ended up with no wheel.
Yeah. Any crash in that sector and you are pretty much out the Grand Prix, because that is mental.
He's missing his left front wing has absolutely gone, so he will have to come in and pit again. So that's going to put him right down the field. Should I say fortunately or unfortunately in my part? Fortunately.
Yeah, well, you know, we'll try not to be
like
too biased, but you got to be honest with yourself, haven't you, at the end of the day?
Like you say, literally anything can happen. That's unlucky on GT's part. I think he's a fantastic racing driver. He's just made a mistake. Like, I did dip my left rear wheel in the mud and away I went into the wall.
He certainly does.
Really
well,
fast,
he needs 4 points.
Fast Ferrari crew.
4 points to overtake you, well, to match you in the standings. Then it will come down to whoever's finished the first, or whoever's won the most Grand Prix will finish the highest. We shall.
ARG's gone past him. The other Ferrari's teammates overtaking him now.
Yeah.
ARG's in 4 lap-old hards.
Jimbob goes quickest.
The medium tyres.
So Jimbob's looking to get that
Jason
extra
won't
point.
like that. Jason will want that point. He won't put up with that.
He certainly won't. So realistically, Orsat needs to get in 8th place. So he's got 7 seconds to catch up to ARG, his teammate, who no doubt team orders will apply, as we see ARG with a yellow flag on him. What's going on there?
Flags, yeah.
That was where ARG was, but I was on board. But then he seemed to be going okay. And then another 11 seconds to get to Bottomer. So I think, I hate to say it, I think that mistake from Orsat may have cost him 3rd place, or even 2nd place as well in the championship standings.
It's just obviously GT runs the no traction, and around this track that's some going.
As we see, Chuckle Brothers has caught back up to the back of Mark Ince once again after that little error earlier.
That watching,
just cannot find a way to get past the McLaren.
P8 Bottomore is on the back of DJ Lawson within a second.
He certainly is. There's a racing point that is ghosting through him. I believe that might be Jason. It certainly is.
He's having fun today, isn't he? He's having fun.
He is. He's absolutely. I mean, I've barely watched him through this Grand Prix, and I apologise for that, Jason, if you're watching back on the stream. But you've just been so utterly dominant and out in front. It's been a bit boring if we watch you. But sometimes
Brothers are just waiting for that one little mistake from Mark Ince, but it's not happening. He's just keeping it, just nicely, just keeping his cool and racing his race and not worrying about what's behind him, just doing his own thing.
I think just like here you see Chuckle Brothers, they're using a little bit of their overtake, and they're realistically not going to get the pass made. You know, that is an overtaking opportunity, but he just wasn't going to be close enough. He didn't get a mega run at Mark Ince through there, and that's just using that bit too much battery. I think he just needs to sit behind, not use his battery whatsoever. He has the raw speed in that car to sit behind him. And I think if he saves a bit of fuel using that, you just run it in lean with the DRS zones. Just, save fuel, save a bit of battery.
Within that second, and then give it full beans.
As we see, Jason decides to pit. He is not happy. He's going to go to the end of the Grand Prix on those hards, or he's just going for fastest lap to rub Jimbob's name in it, no doubt.
Going for the fastest lap.
He has come out in 2nd place, but no doubt will catch up with Jimbob pretty quickly. And you might
with
well see Jim Bob
1.4.
doing exactly the same fairly soon. Let's see, you can see Jim Bob in the distance there, just going around the corner. Got ARG ghosted, being lapped in the middle. Sure, Jason will make short work of the Ferrari.
Jason's taken half a second out of Jim Bob in this opening lap alone. Power's on his softs.
Reddy has DRS.
A second and a half gone already.
If he times his right and he gets past... Jim Bob goes straight on.
Jim Bob, where are you going? Oh my goodness.
Oh, that could have been a bit nasty.
Jim Bob.
Certainly could, as he does get past there.
Are just trying to get that there. Pass, still trying to get that pass. But the Chuckle Brothers do have a penalty of 3 seconds. Mark Ince does not.
Yes.
So they need not only to get past him, they need to pull a 3-second gap to get that podium place.
Certainly.
He's going down the inside. He's backed out.
Certainly is. It's a real shame for Chuckle Brothers. They're probably about as close as they've ever been. They've just got no battery to use, and this is what they're finding
like
down the straight.
They just need to be saving that amount of battery. They just need... Oh, that was close. They need a good 20-25% just to get the push on that McLaren there.
As you see, Dazblade has retired from the session on the start-finish straight. What has happened there? He's pulled over and he's crashed in the middle of the straight. What has happened to Dazblade in 5th position? Crashed in the middle of the straight.
Right on board with DJ Laws and see if they're going to view it down the straight.
And that has brought out the virtual safety car.
Yeah, he's just sat in the middle of the track there.
Yeah, he's lost a wheel, so he's hit the wall.
It's gone.
Yeah.
Must have just lost the back end, I would presume.
He certainly had. But no, going back to Chuckle Brothers and Mark Ince, this race-long battle, I mean, yeah, I get the feeling that Chuckle Brothers, if he gets past, will just disappear. I think
definitely. He's definitely got the pace, hasn't he?
He's got so much more grip
setup on there.
and has done. But I think the McLaren's just quicker in the straight line. He's got running less aero. I mean, what sort of aero are you running, Mark? If it's not a secret around here,
I've got no idea, mate.
No idea. Okay, as we go back racing once again, has anyone got a drive-through? No, everyone has kept it fairly clean. But it looks like Chuckle Brothers again, a very nice run on Mark Ince indeed. He's all over the back of the McLaren. This is his best opportunity yet. Mark Ince comes across and gives him a little squeeze. Can the Haas driver hold it on round the outside? The McLaren runs deep and pushes him a little bit wide, and he's managed to keep the position. Good racing there by the two of them, and that's a real shame for Chuckle Brothers, because I think that was the best opportunity he's going to get.
I pinched Tom Humphrey's setup for this one because I don't like this track and I haven't got a setup. Yeah. So I stole T2 the B2s, I won't lie. So whatever's T2 the B2s running, I'm running.
He does have pretty good setups, to be fair.
He does.
Yeah. I won't lie. I think
I tried a few. I got my fastest lap on your setup, I won't lie.
Yeah, okay, there you go.
Then it was a little bit too unsteady down the first corner, so I changed it.
When was that? Was that just before we came on? Or
just before the race, yeah.
Yeah, okay, yeah. No, that was a new set. I've been trying a few different setups this afternoon, I won't lie.
Yeah.
But the setup I use in time trial is very different to the setup I'll be using come the race, because I don't get on with it in anything other than time trial mode. It works well, actually, in time trial mode. I nicked it off a friend of mine who's very quick, just adapted it ever so slightly, but I'm running a very different setup. I think I'm running a little bit softer springs on the rear, actually, and a bit less aero, but a better setup when it comes to the suspension geometry, and it actually works really, really well, and gives you better straight line speed, to be fair.
Nice.
And I think that one was 410 wings. It's quite high.
So all the people left, if they finish the race, will get points.
Absolutely, as we look at Chuckle Brothers having a look at the inside of Mark Ince, but once again, nothing doing there.
Yeah, this has been a cracking race between these guys. So clean, so fair. It's just been awesome to watch, to be honest.
It certainly has. It's just been going on since lap 1, pretty much. All of these guys, as you see Jason now set fastest lap of the Grand Prix, 1:11.667.
He wanted that.
He certainly did.
Qualified lap.
He wasn't going to be happy if he didn't.
No, he likes his fast lap. He does enjoy this track. He was telling me earlier it's one of his favourites.
Yeah, I think it's a fantastic track to drive. It's like a roller coaster.
I'm not a big fan of it, to be honest. I don't like it.
No,
I won't lie. I don't like it. For that reason alone, I dip my wheel and I'm just gone. That's the end of it.
Yeah, it's a very unforgiving track. Very unforgiving track.
Chuckle Brothers are taking some of your advice. They've managed to take up 10% of battery. Coming down around the corner.
It's got a little bit of wiggle with the back end coming through that right-hander though. But see again, he's using just that bit up here, and he's not going to be anywhere near close enough to overtake.
You don't need to be using it up there. No, you need to be saving it right about now.
If you're watching this back, lads, that's my advice to you. Save your battery a bit more wisely, and perhaps even just sit a bit further back from the McLaren for a couple of laps, so you're not getting so much dirty air. You're not overheating those front tyres. As Jason gets quicker once again.
10.9. There we go.
He certainly does. Can he improve on it on the final lap?
GT coming up on the back of Bottomer again.
He certainly is. GT managed to get back into 8th place somehow.
Yeah.
That was because Dasblade retired, didn't he? So he's got caught his teammate and got past. And now
Bottomer has got no penalties. GT has got 3 seconds worth of penalties.
There we go. So it looks like you and Orsa are going to be tied on points come the end of.
Yeah, that's not a bad achievement. Right. It's not bad company to be keeping.
It certainly isn't. You're absolutely right there. As we will watch these two battle, but we'll keep an eye on the leader. Jason, as he rounds through the middle sector into the last sector, he's going side by side there, weaving all over the straight. Bottomer and Orsat is going to send it round the outside. Bottomer goes across the track and gets a 3-second time penalty, and that could be very crucial to the outcome of this race and also the championship, because that does mean, unfortunately for my colleague sat beside, he will lose that position. But Jason is weaving as he goes across the line. He takes the victory of this final Grand Prix. What a fantastic performance by him. Jim Bob will come home second and will be your championship winner for Tier 1 Season 1. I'm sure he is absolutely over the moon with that as we watch Mark Ince and Chuckle Brothers still side by side going through the last sector.
Yep. Good race, boys. Well done.
But yes, I think that sealed your fate in the championship, I'm afraid. That corner cut by Bottomer, I'm sure you're going to have words with him after this.
I'll live with 4th. I don't mind 4th.
Yeah, it's one of these things. We see Mark Ince and Chuckle Brothers come across the line. Chuckle Brothers gets the extra penalty as well, so he finishes only 0.4 behind, but 3.4 overall. Russ will come home for a fantastic drive to finish 5th. Gone under the radar really all race. He's been miles behind Chuckle Brothers, but miles ahead of his teammate DJ Lawson. So yeah, good race by him. DJ Lawson will come home to take 6th position. And
just Ben with all his spins manages to bring home in 10th and gets that last point.
He certainly, Benjamin's just popped in the chat. Haha, got points. Well done, Benjamin, and good for you for keep going. You had quite a bit of drama in that race, but you kept at it, kept working with it, and fair play to you on that one. What a race. What a race. Yeah, we've got a few. Looks like Dasblade said in the chat it was the pit entrance that caught him out.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to find out what went on there. Benjamin goes, never give up. But I think we're definitely going to have to invite our podium into this chat, aren't we, and have a little chat with them. Right, so as we will have a look through the party chat, who have we got? Where are they all? We have got, who have we got? We got Jim Bob. We've got to invite him. He is the championship winner. Was it Mark Ince, wasn't it? And Jason on the podium. Let's send him an invite. I'm not sure whether Mark Ince has got a mic even, but there we go. We'll send him an invite and see whether he turns up anyway.
They've all got microphones, mate.
Oh, there you go. Perfect. As you see, rundown of the finishing order. But look at that. Mark Ince 33 seconds behind Jim Bob and Jason. They were in a league of their own this evening, weren't they? Absolutely fantastic. 10 winners. And we have Jason joining us now.
Well done, that man. What a race. What
absolutely
a race.
Over the moon, Jason.
Mate, I
well
think
done.
my fastest lap was your qualifying pace, wasn't it, Aki?
No, mate, your fastest lap was faster than my qualifying pace. It really was. It really was faster. That was one hell of a race, mate. Well done. Well done.
Yeah, well done, Jason. Took maximum points from today. Absolutely dominated. Even went on to the softs, dropping a position, but super confident you were going to get the lead back. Yeah, well done. Started the season finished the season as you started it, sorry, as well.
And no time penalties,
definitely.
was it, young man?
Yes,
No time penalties.
that's it.
What a way to finish the season.
Not even a warning.
What a way. How many seconds were you clear of Jim Bob there?
9 by the finish.
9 seconds. Nice job. Nice
Like I
job.
say, his mediums was a lot quicker than my softs, obviously because I was on the hards. Well, his mediums was a lot quicker than my hard, should I say. But we was working out on with Jim Bob how much a pit is, but then when I come into pit, he was too busy watching me, and then he ended up in the sand pit anyway, so...
It just seemed to be a bit of a fastest lap battle before you pitted.
It was. Jason wasn't giving that fastest lap up to Jim Bob. There's no chance you were taking that, mate. Absolutely no chance you were taking that away from him today. It was his day. He was having it.
Absolutely. No worries, and it sounds like we got the other two in the chat. We got Jim Bob in the chat as well. Congratulations, you are Tier 1 Championship winner, pending any investigations or penalties. But I didn't see anything out there, so I think we should be okay.
Well done, that man.
Yeah. How do you feel, mate? do I get an invite? Yeah.
A little bit far to travel. Also, well done to GT, taking the P3 away from me.
Yeah.
Yeah, he certainly did.
Did well. He's pipped me by 2 points, which is good.
That was very, very close run in the end, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's been a close battle right till the end. Really, really good.
It certainly did, and I've got to come to you, Jim Bob. You had a great battle with Bumper Car Ben. You two were fighting it out for the championship. I mean, even if he got you would have, and you finished like that, you would have got him in the championship. But how much did that mean, beating him on track? Yeah. Yeah, he's really come on strong in this this last half of the championship. He's really pushed you all the way. It's a shame he ended up. I think he spun and then retired in the end. So I think the point standings are going to be in your favour quite strongly on that one. And no worries. Well, I'm sure you would have loved to round the season off with a win, but second place podium and champion. So well done. Absolutely.
Definitely.
And I believe, do we have Mark Ince in the chat as well, did I see? We certainly did. Well,
congratulations on your P3.
Yeah, well done on the podium. You were battling all race long. Talk us through it.
Tell us all about the Chuckle Brothers all over the back end of your all race. Them boys were pushing you right to the limit, buddy. They were. You were like I said in the stream, you were keeping your head. You weren't worried about what was behind you. You were keeping your lines, keeping it tidy, not worrying about it, keeping your elbows out when you needed to. It was a really, really, really good race. They were on your gearbox, and they were so close. They were literally touching your gearbox on some of the corners. It was like, whoa, how close is that? Yeah, you did well to keep your head. Excellent. It was really good racing, very enjoyable to watch.
It certainly was, and it wasn't just you two either. In the first half of the race, you had your teammate on you as well.
Yeah, Daz Blade, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it was interesting to see the different strategies.
Yeah, that puts you P5 in the championship, mate, for the season end. How do you feel about that? 90 points, 8 points behind myself, which is good. At least I managed to get P4. You P5. Mr. JFX lad was P6, only 4 points behind you as well. Of course I did, mate. Well, we both
You
did.
make it sound like it's quite difficult to beat him, but you know.
Well, that's it. If he'd have had a time penalty, it might have been a different story, but he managed to keep it clean this race. Did you get any time penalty at all, Jason, or did you clean all race?
No, didn't even get one.
Kept your nose really clean. Wow, you kept that right to the last, didn't you?
I've got one question for you, Jason, and that's who was driving for you tonight? Because you won, you didn't crash, you didn't get any time penalties. Who was driving for you? Because it wasn't you.
Amy's,
or the dog. It was Amy.
Or the dog,
definitely. I
just
told her, it's the last race. Just do it for me.
Lola's got an extra bone tonight. Don't worry about that.
Yeah, but no. I like this track. To be fair, it's one of my favourites. So.
It is a hard track to master. It's like a roller coaster to drive, really. And keeping the control of the front tyre temperatures isn't easy either. Yeah,
like I say, to be fair, I don't want to obviously whatever, but I don't know what Jim Bob was. Jim Bob did 16 laps, and he was like 80-odd%. So to be honest, you could easily push medium and soft strategy easily one stop. Like I say, my hards, when I pitted on my hards, which was like 5 laps to go, there was on 40% all around, so I didn't even have to pit, you know what I mean? But
you wanted that fastest lap, didn't you?
I don't know what Jim Bob's tyres was like at the end. Obviously, he went to the soft medium strategy, so.
Well, what were your tyres like at the end there, Jim Bob?
Yeah.
Well, so they were holding on really well then.
No, a bit like Japan short. They're on fire, aren't they? And yeah.
Well, it's quite similar, but just not quite as severe.
Guys.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
Yeah, what a race! What a race! And that does conclude season 1. With RTG Tier 1. Yeah, what a season we've had. This has been a mega close tier.
What an absolute fantastic league to be in. Really is.
It certainly is. And we've got a
lot of very good drivers.
Yeah, certainly. We're kicking off season 2. And I think there's a couple of changes, isn't there, Jason and Mark, as league admins? Do you want to talk us through and tell the viewers at home what we got to look forward to next season?
We're going on to Sorry We Missed You, which is going to be 5 races through the tracks that we have missed. Jason can tell you the tracks because I can't remember off the top of my head.
Round 1's Australia.
I know, is USA in there somewhere?
Yeah, somewhere kicking about, but there is rule changes as well. We will be, me and Mark are going to do a little bit of a presentation next week.
Yep.
So me and Mark will be online live, and we're going to do a bit of a trophy presentation for everyone. And we'll talk about rule changes in that. But one of the big ones is pit assist will be getting turned off, so you can't use that. So it'll be up to the driver.
Yep. That's caused a lot of problems this season, so that does need to change.
That'll definitely be coming in.
Also, we'll probably do most improved driver as well, buddy, won't we? To be fair, on each tier.
Yeah, probably. Like I say, we know who's got it this year. Obviously, we're not going to let it slip just yet.
Yeah, we all know it's me. We all know it's me. Come on.
We know who's got it, and we know Marcus is the big spender, so we've got him written down as well.
Yeah.
So
there's always going to be like a wooden spoon prize.
No, we're going to put a cap on the spending next season, Marcus, so you can't buy no more fancy gear.
I can't afford any more fancy gear, mate. You're okay there. I might have to sell it off just to be able to afford to finish next season.
Well, I'll buy it, mate. Send it my way.
Now that sounds like a really good idea to somewhat of a virtual gala sort of thing at the end of the season. I love that idea.
Basically all we've got to do. So yeah, everyone that is still here watching, we will be putting a day up. So yeah, everyone, we want to see as many people as we can. We're going to do a quick fire question at the end, so if anyone's got any questions moving forward, then they can also answer that, and they've got us both there to do that as well.
In the firing line, like a firing squad lined up against the wall.
So yeah, date to be confirmed, but I'll probably say it'll be next Thursday.
Yeah.
No worries, that sounds like a good plan. So keep an eye on your Facebook group chats and the Facebook page for updates on that. We'll go out as soon as it is all decided and set up, ready to go. We've got Orsat in the chat saying good stream, boys, as well. So thank you very much for that, Orsat.
Well done, Orsat. Well done, mate. Well done for taking that P3 off me. Well done. Congratulations.
Yeah, looked like it was a lost cause after you had that spin coming out of the pits, but you did well to get it back again.
He had a worse crash than me and managed to keep all four wheels. I had a little tap and it fell off. I was like, flip's sake.
I think we need to request footage of that. Sounds like a pretty spectacular accident.
Not really, mate, no. Orsat's was absolutely fantastic, to be honest. He was in the air, flying around, spinning around like an aeroplane, landed on his wheels and off he went. I was like, what? I hit the wall and my flipping wheel fell off.
Absolutely, but I think that is everything unless anyone has anything to add. I think that's the end of the stream.
Congratulations, guys. Well done on your podiums. Well done, Jim Bob. Fantastic league. You've done well. Very, very well. Well done, Jason, for bringing the points back up and getting 6th. And Mark Ince, well done on your P3 podium and getting 5th in the league. Congratulations. Pleasure racing with you guys. I look forward to it next season.
And before we go there, Orsat's just said my car was on the roof twice.
And also, Marcus, I would like to thank you very much for your stream for the full season. It's been superb footage. Superb, thank you.
Oh, I don't know about that. Just, follow a random few cars.
No,
but I just follow Jim Bob around.
No, mate, you're an absolute
the action's
natural.
normally around him.
No, mate, you're an absolute natural, and we're very privileged to have you. Thank you.
I appreciate that, Matt. That means an awful lot. So thank you very much, and thank you also for coming and joining me this evening.
Even before I didn't manage to sort my mic out, but it happened.
Well, technical issues.
It's these bloody PlayStation 5s, man.
Yeah. Oh, bless. Well, no worries. Well, thank you, everybody, for joining us on the chat. And thank you, anyone watching back at home the stream, and everyone for commenting and joining in. We will no doubt be back very soon. So keep an eye on the Facebook page and join us for the finale of Tier 2 on Wednesday. I think Jason will be streaming it, as usual, on his Twitch channel. That's going to be a good one, too, to watch.
Congratulations one last time, Jim Bob. Well done.
He doesn't need any more congratulations. Just kick him out now. He's going to get a big head.
No, he's done very well. Very, very well. And Bumper Car Ben, who hasn't been mentioned, he's done an amazing job. He really, really, the second half of his season was just phenomenal. He brought that game up so much.
He certainly was. I think maybe we need to reconvene this another time and perhaps do a season review, I reckon.
Yep.
That would be quite good to watch. Maybe next season, if you'll have me back to commentate, I might start recording the races and maybe do a highlights reel at the end. That could be quite interesting.
That'd be superb. That'd be fantastic. That'd be definitely.
But until then, thank you everybody for watching anyway, and we will call an end to the stream there. Do check out Tier 2's race on Wednesday, as I say. But until next time, thank you very much. Bye bye.
Thank you.